here we are. This is the second to last series in group stage of Titans League Season 2. This is the final round for TaToH. TaToH does have 3 more games in hand as he will play Barles to close it all out. TaToH has looked crazy. He opened up and beat Veleza. I think he got a win off of Viper. I don't think he really has gotten swept at all. And he's looked strong, so he might even come in here as the favorite. He plays as the Italians, and then we have TaToH as the Byzantines. And we've seen TaToH play Byzantines before, Dave, but I think on this map it makes a whole lot more sense.
Yeah, Byzantines are so good on cross. They always win the 1v1 with the fire galleys. And I think one of the other things, other than like their cheap Imperial and like varied tech tree, one of the things that's really important on a hybrid map like this, especially where you're controlling different areas, free town watch, free town patrol, right? Like so valuable when you're talking about dock positions and trying to find out where your enemy is. It's just a lot of synergy with the bonuses for Byzantines. So it's a really good civ, but same time, Italians, they can get rolling pretty quick, and cheaper feudal age, cheaper fishing ships, all combined for a really, really good start.
I think maybe 2 years ago, we wouldn't have seen Byzantines picked a lot, and they probably fell into that category for us of underrated pick. People need to pick it more. Now we're seeing that more and more on all these different maps.
Yeah.
I think Italians also falls into the current category of people need to pick the civ more. Like, we've seen it on shoals, and they've dominated on shoals, but their bonuses play out very nicely on this map, and still other civilizations are preferred.
They're good on literally every map, bro.
Exactly.
Italians are like top 10, like at worst, like top 15 on almost every map.
Yeah, I think
crazy.
they're, at the very least, like these two civs, even though they kind of play out differently, they're kind of you can do no wrong civilizations. There's very rare instances where they have problems. So I'm excited for that. Scouting is going to be huge here. You have TaToH. He's kind of got 2 choices on where he wants to dock because he's in the middle of 2 ponds. He's probably going to dock towards the south. Sitaux already trying to scout to see where TaToH is. And unfortunately for him, if you look at his scouting, he has gone the wrong way.
I feel like there's like a tune for this, like do 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 do, and he does the little loop, and then he comes back this way. Nope, nothing there. Okay.
Yeah, so I think this timing would have honestly been to deny TaToH's dock, and that can pretty much end the game right there. If you lose your dock villager and your docks is 50%, you'll be down a vill and you'll be late to fishing ships. So it's not awful for him for the rest of his scouting, but he probably assumes that TaToH's going to be to the south now, and is just going to come home to push in some deer.
Actually, safe gold for Sitaux. The last few cross games we've seen, especially like I think it was Yo game, he had a really bad gold. MBL had a bad gold. Leary had a bad gold. It was at least it was consistent between the players. But here we have forward gold from TaToH, so Sitaux pressures on land that could be an issue. Also secondary gold in the center, but Sitaux very, very safe main one. Yeah, and a safe secondary too.
Yeah, I think being adaptable and flexible in this map with gold is also important. Like Leary in that previous game at the end of the Leary MBL set, he was just so stubborn. He was sitting there on that hill. He could have stayed on that hill with his army and gone to that back gold and been completely fine. So TaToH's got the opportunity to take the gold in the back, and so does Sitaux here.
Like, to be fair to Leary as well, he's up to Castle Age, and you don't really expect the double barracks feudal eagle spam.
I know, it was weird.
Like, Emil's in a position, he's got more than enough res, just unqueue the units, build a market, and click up.
I know.
But no. He just kept making. That was so funny.
Dude, it was so, like, we've had some pretty crazy sets, obviously, but the way in which Nikov and MBL and Vinchester were relegated were all crazy heartbreaking, right? Vinchester needed one more win, and Nikov had the crazy comeback. Nikov needed a 3-0 doubt, and he probably played good enough to 3-0 doubt, but was 2 villagers away from completing a crucial castle in game 1 and lost. And then MBL, had he just got 1 win against Backed and got the same exact result as he did against Leary, would also have been saved. Just ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, well, MBL kind of, I don't want to say deserved to lose against Backed, but the way he played was not the same way he played against Leary. Anyway, we've got barracks from Sitaux. It's pretty far forward here. It's actually really out in the middle of nowhere. So maybe I'll send that villager out to dock somewhere too. But the barracks indicates that early that he wants to go for some militia, maybe into men-at-arms. Very Sitaux thing to do. And he's thinking about pressuring TaToH's base. He's only just now finding TaToH, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also kind of surprised him because he had scouted so much, but he ran into the TC. He didn't lose a lot of HP, but you could tell he was kind of like, whoa, we're close. And speaking of scouting, it is so much worse for TaToH at the moment. He's just now found Sitau's base. He hasn't looked at any pawns. And so he's checking his own pond in the south to see if there's a dock there. And he's running to the right side. But what he has not seen is the barracks. So he has no clue that militia are coming forward.
He's sending a villager to the right pond. So he's just going to go dock up there. But,
wait.
You're right. He has no vision on the barracks.
I think he believes that Sitaux has docked the north because he doesn't see the dock.
Ah.
So
that is really sneaky place for a dock from Sitaux. TaToH's going to make sure, though?
Yeah,
okay, now
that's
he
smart.
Sees it.
Yeah, because I think the house was a giveaway there. And so now TaToH might be regretting sending a villager to the north. Oh, that's that town watch for you, Dave.
Dude, that like I said, it's just vision is so important here, and TaToH notices it right away. That's huge. That is just
amazing.
Byzantines wall there, and no one else does.
Yep. And hey, I mean, if you try and dock the Byzantines, good luck, because their fires work faster. They have more HP. So many different bonuses. But I like how TaToH isn't going too greedy with fishing ships. He knows that Sitau's playstyle is always heavy archer. So he's going to try and get some skirms out sooner rather than later. Really smart thinking.
And Sitaux is opening on his own pond with a galley, too.
Ooh.
So he's nervous about TaToH looping around. That's a consistent play. It doesn't pan out here as he goes for another dock on that side. But it's a really consistent play.
Yeah.
And I like it. It's not too big of an investment. If you can prevent them from docking your fish, that's huge.
Yep. I think Sitaux might also be tempted. I mean, he doesn't see anything in the way. He might be tempted to run to TaToH's, so we'll see if TaToH wants to do that. TaToH is adding a fire galley in the north.
Oh, Sitaux walls in the scout. Limited time only. Maybe. Oh, he gets it.
Really?
This is my house.
Dang, that's impressive, man. With everything else he needed to do here, TaToH obviously, focusing on the docks. So now TaToH knows scout that check the other pawns. Sitaux been playing amazing here. But he didn't get any value from the man-at-arms. I think we should say that. He didn't even really attack a palisade and force repairs, which I would have wanted to have seen from him.
He did force out a bunch of villager idle time, though.
That's true.
Building walls and whatnot.
That's true. Yep.
Also, and it's given him something to distract TaToH. And look, he's got a dock coming up now in the north. So maybe TaToH would have noticed that with the scout if the men-at-arms weren't there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the man-at-arms could still find value. You could always overchop the wood line. You probably need to make archers instead of skirms because of the man-at-arm presence. And you are kind of blocking TaToH from sending a villager to the right side to take that pond. But to me, like right now, my game sense in terms of the docking tells me Sitaux needs to send a villager to TaToH's pond. It's just an easy run. There's nothing to stop him. And he's got all the vision on TaToH's army. I'm a little surprised he's not trying that, but he's got good control here, confidence in himself, as he will also play towards archers.
Both players, decent amount on food now. TaToH going back out to those berries once again. Running out of geese here, and he finds good hits against the archers, but the men-at-arms don't connect there. The hits didn't actually land. The animations came through.
Sitaux trying to micro there, Dave. He also had started to attack TaToH's villager in the northern dock. And he sat it there, and he's now like, where's the Vil? I don't know where the Vil is. But TaToH had run away there. So TaToH is going to go for a second dock in the north, and that's really good work from TaToH to save that villager, and could lead to him having a lead here.
This Vil is just getting roasted. There we go. Finally sees it. And he sees the Vil, too.
Also, if
Demolition Raft coming out. That could be a massive
I was going to
raft.
say, if a demo came out right now, that would be ideal.
He's sending the Vil now. He's sending the Vil into the corner. TaToH will likely see this with the fishing ships. He might not see the edge of that dock. If he cuts that reed and places the dock right up against the edge, he might not see it.
It's annoying, but you have to chop the reed. The reed is like blocking your docking positions unless you go to the right of this other reed.
He's not going to. He's just going to be right in the vision.
And TaToH didn't see it. I mean, he can see it. He can contest it, but this is good for Sitaux.
Demo needs to come out and hit that villager if you're Sitaux. Can hit the villager and the fire galley. That would be a massive demo.
Yeah, it would. At the same time, you kind of still lose the water, I think. So that's sneaky. He actually sends the one fire ship out. Was hoping TaToH would engage against that, I think.
You send that to the corner, And then when you get the War Galley upgrade and Castle,
You come in.
back with it. Because TaToH is going to clear up this dock, and he's going to think that it's completely clear. He'll add like 10 fishing ships, and then you just rip through everything.
This is an interesting game.
Yeah, villager on the right side too, but TaToH protecting that with archers.
Yeah.
So he finally got a chance to come out there, and Sitaux is not going to be able to kill that vill.
Yeah, uptimes are going to be really even here. But I guess like Sitaux will have the safe fish at home, which I really like. And TaToH might not. And TaToH has reacted in the south, but you know, Italians with the cheaper dock techs could always compete. And
archers here. That's rough for TaToH. Good walls though. Really, really good response to this. And TaToH clicks up right after Sitaux.
Ooh, the micro from TaToH as well. Both with great ranged unit micro. But TaToH, he had the numbers. He had the damage control there to not take any eco losses.
Sitaux?
Ooh.
And he's got more archers on the way?
Hey, didn't give up on it, did he? A lot of players would just kind of give up on it, look somewhere else. Dude, I'm so excited for the Sitaux. Hide your demo and hide your fire ship in the north. Don't use it right now.
He's just thinking like I gotta use this somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, especially because he doesn't have as many archers. He has to micro. You know, he's one of those guys. I'd like to see TaToH maybe even consider second dock in the south. I'm surprised that he's not producing out of the dock that he has there already. But it's a close game. TaToH is the better of the KD. That could obviously all change, though, if TaToH has more ranged units going up to the next stage. But seems like Sitaux still relying on archers. Very Leary-like, right? Like, how many times have we seen Leary like lose his archers and then not give up on them? He's like, I'm still going to make archers, but I'm going to make knights too. And it's going to be that combination of units that kill you.
The thing that Leary does is like he'll lose 10 archers, he'll be left with 1, and he won't add a second range. He'll just keep producing out of that one range.
That's true.
He's like, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Yeah, the ranges are always producing. All right, so we talked about the Town Watch. That's huge for the Byzantines. Town Patrol will come in now for TaToH too. So look at his vision, and he's going to be able to see a lot on the map. We shouldn't be surprised. But I don't like how little range units he has. He has 5 archers, and he has 3 skirmishers. He's prioritizing water, so he could have 3 ponds, but he's definitely going to need a bit more on land.
Sitaux is prioritizing land big time. He's going for a siege workshop here. Bodkin arrow crossbow coming in. It's going to be annoying for TaToH, for sure. Just doesn't have anything on the land right now.
Yep. I like TaToH's TC position as it protects a wood line. And his walls on the left, obviously, would be very nice as well. He also will defend his water in the south. And he can freely fish in the north and also in the east. So 3 ponds to 1 right now. If TaToH defends from this, in most cross games, you tend to see the player with 3 ponds win. Especially if they're Byzantines, right? And here comes Sitaux. He has the numbers. He's going to advance up the hill, and it should be a fight that he wins every time. And he knows it. When TaToH completes the lead skirm, but he just doesn't have the numbers here. But falls back nicely to his TC here. This is very resourceful from TaToH.
Yeah, +2 armor is coming in. And once that's in, you're like one at a time reinforcements of skirmishers can chase away this army from Sitaux. Because it's just so tough to kill the skirmishers with +2.
You could tell Sitaux wanted to do a lot more. He had the stable. He's just got 1 knight, though. And unfortunately for him, TaToH's going to clear up all these crossbows. And he's just not able to kill enough eco from TaToH. So I think he's going to need to push with the siege next. Certainly a map to do that, especially with that TC from TaToH. I mean, I get it, because you want to protect your gold, but at the same time, man, that is a target.
Yeah, that's a big target.
And maybe easy for us to say, but maybe since you cleared up the crossbows, you TC on the right, where that 4-tile gold is. We'll see.
Good value with these skirmishers forward from TaToH.
True.
Picking out a few crossbows. He's going to lose them anyway because the knights are there. But keeping the reinforcements under control. I don't think he's seen the siege workshop. He is not.
Man,
so he doesn't know about that push yet. But he will see the second siege workshop from Sitaux. Oh, baby. Here we go.
Yeah, this is Sitaux recognizing, okay, this game's over if it continues in normal fashion. Let's just send everything we've got.
Yep.
But, man, TaToH's looked sharp today. I mean, he's up against Man-at-Arms, right? He had a dock on his fish. He never got the dock up on Sitau's fish. And yet, he's got 3 pawns. He's got more range units, and he's got more eco here.
So TaToH's going to go redemption here? No. He replaces the monastery with a siege workshop. Goes for another archer range behind. He doesn't Well, he has to assume there's 2 siege workshops because he sees 3 mangonels and he just saw that one being built. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think the most difficult thing about this is actually the hill, right? If there's no hill there, you can just get, 1-for-1 trades and probably feel okay, but this can snowball on you really fast. But I guess then again, TaToH does kind of have to advance past the hill, and that is not a spot I would want to sit with my siege right now, TaToH. Get out of there. I think you have to be a little more relaxed about this.
He has kicked TaToH off of gold, and look what he's doing with the knights on the right side.
Yeah.
But TaToH is sending his army out there. He knows.
Yeah, TaToH, look how much vision he has from that house near the tree to the north of this. Like, I think he saw the movement there.
It's crazy, dude. As I was saying, like, Byzantines, it's a bonus that we talk about a lot, but you don't think about it when you're looking at the Civ and the Civ selection menu, right?
Yep.
Not thinking like, oh, it's going to be so good, Town Watch and Town Patrol. It's just one of those that sneaks up on you.
Everything TaToH is making right now is countered by mangonels. Everything. He doesn't have any knights. He doesn't have any monks. He just has siege, and he has crossbows. And siege and crossbows, depending on micro, could be really bad.
He saved all those mangonels there. TaToH with some good micro, Sitaux with some good micro, and look at this. 5 mangonels, bro. Even Byzantine buildings can't stand up against this. Oh my god.
I do like this from TaToH, though. Like, he knows that his crossbows and skirmishers aren't really needed in defense. He just needs siege. So he's going to move out to counterattack. And this is one of the best things you can do in these situations. However, Sitaux saw that, and Sitaux's like, wait a second.
And he goes right to the gold.
Yeah.
He's gonna force that army back anyway.
Well, TaToH walls it, though, which is also really sharp. So both players know exactly what's happening here. But that's also not a lot on gold. Like, TaToH's going to need to sell some things, I think, to get the gold he needs.
Oh my god, this TC is just going to get moved.
Oh man, TaToH is going to drop another TC on the left where there's more gold. He's going to move in and try and get hits. He's also running to Sitaux's base, where Sitaux's base is wide open. Like, Sitaux has no defense there.
Oh, Monk gets sniped. Good snipe there from Sitaux. TaToH not paying attention. TaToH is in on Sitaux's base, but Sitaux is sending 2 mangonels back. TaToH trying to micro the mangonels at the front. It was a 1-for-1 trade.
Oh,
gets another one. Nice little snipe there. He's got to be careful about his army in Sitaux's base, though.
Yeah.
Has to be careful about that.
Yeah, also, knights still on the gold on the right. There's like 6 different things happening right now, and it could fall apart for either player. But I think as long as you keep moving if you're TaToH, you can lose this army, but as long as you move to other areas, you're going to find some kills. He could still keep his TC up. He does have the garrison because of the knights. This is so fast. It's one of the rare times you could feel their APM while watching a game.
Ooh, the wood line at the back. I know it's mostly skirms, but they're deadly, man. They have Bodkin arrow. It's deadly skirmishers.
Oh, and he's splitting groups too. TaToH's like, I might not be able to micro this perfectly, so let's just leave some of the units just to auto-fire. I'll micro the other group, and then he still needs good mango defense at home. He's got one coming, Dave, and he's got a massive eco lead right now.
Also almost has enough stone for a castle. And he's killed a lot of vills in Sitaux's base. I mean, 1, 2 on the wood line, 3 more on the gold. Still targeting some vills here and just spreading. It's just so messy. There's skirmishers spread out everywhere.
And look at the eco balance for Sitaux. The only resource he's really been able to collect over this time has been gold. And so he'll drop a market for the first time in this game. Dang, TaToH.
Castle from TaToH.
I mean, that's a good castle if you get it up. Because it could very easily be denied.
If Sitaux sees this and he sees the first hits coming in from TaToH, he can. Oh, he pulled them back.
And sees the crossbows. TaToH dodges. TaToH also will have +2 on knights.
Sitaux's got to push this. He has to push this. He can't let this castle go up, dude.
I mean,
can't let it go up.
I 100% agree with you, and I honestly think there's a very good chance that he could deny this. TaToH doesn't have the second mangonel on the way. There's so much army from Sitaux right now. This is crazy.
It's so tough for Sitaux, too. It's tough for TaToH to defend this.
Yep.
One bad move, and he's screwed. But Sitaux, he's got to push in while still being careful.
Yep.
Which is just not...
Ooh.
It's just not the play, right? He's trying to deny it as long as he can.
Big moment, though. TaToH lured the crossbows from Sitaux away, and a big attack rounds! A huge attack round
there. Oh my god. See you later, camels. See you later, knights. Even the villager repairing, but that gives TaToH time to build the castle. Still doesn't have access over that gold, but the mangonels can no longer push it.
Yep. Big thing here, too. TaToH is almost enough stone for another castle. So I think you find your next vulnerable spot if you're TaToH, probably more towards the left, castle that, and this gives you time to breathe and expand that eco, get villagers that have been on wood onto farms, and head towards Imp. But man, TaToH's army is still a monstrous army.
Yeah. Crazy. What happened to all that gold? Did he hit the market or what? We don't know.
Yeah, I think
he
did.
Crossbows, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's done a mix of everything, right? I mean, the siege is continuous. His siege, is he on triple siege workshop? No. That's just the same two as before.
The double, yeah.
But I don't like TaToH's next TC. Like, okay, you got to stop giving this guy a target with his mangoes. That could have been a castle there, TaToH.
I mean, yeah, if he had bought the stone, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, he does have a market. Okay.
TaToH losing some skirms on the left. Sitaux getting some raids in. I mean, Sitau's still behind by 50 eco. But eventually, TaToH's going to have to show that his eco is paying off in some way. I think maybe raiding with knights at Sitau's base would be best. But he just picks off
a lot of that eco is idle right now.
Yeah.
For TaToH.
Yep.
34 idols, Tristan.
Yeah, he's got over 3 hours of idle time. I mean, Sitau's got over an hour, which is crazy when he only has 50 villagers. But still, like, TaToH's been under threat here. I wonder if Sitaux had just spotted the golds on the left. That maybe if he raided that, TaToH would have had a tougher time defending from all this.
Bro, this is just messy for Sitaux. He's got a line of crossbows chasing one knight back into his base. They're not forward. He can't really do anything. He can't really do anything with his crossbows at the front until he clears up all these buildings. And so suddenly TaToH has 2 more mangonels. TaToH also 30 on food. So if we're thinking about who's going to click up first, it's probably TaToH. Even though Italian's Imperial Age is cheaper as well.
Yeah. I mean, TaToH's just waiting for that one big shot. He hasn't had it yet, right? Normally, you don't see players make 4 or 5 mangonels with 30 crossbows because your opponent can just defend from that with mangonels. But we just haven't seen the shots. Sitau's been so on point. And I think the outposts have been such a big part of that because he always knows when the army's coming out from TaToH. But until I see these crossbows and mangonels go down, I refuse to say that Sitaux doesn't have a chance here. I know his economy's not great, but TaToH's got to take care of this, man.
Dude, those are
painful. Not as bad as it could have been.
Not terrible. Yeah, nice split there to avoid the attack round. He's going to take out both these mangonels with the knights.
There's a chance.
That's something.
There's a chance.
There is. That allows the crossbows to push in here, as weak as they are.
Also, TaToH being annoying. I like the move, right? Couple knights into Sitau's eco. Sitau's got to garrison all his TCs, send crossbows home now. But TaToH still, he's got like 8 knights with Byzantines. It's not that crazy.
And another TC on the main gold for TaToH.
What is that, like the 8th TC
target,
this game?
But it doesn't matter, dude. He's just trying to keep himself protected, right? Look at how much time he's buying.
Yeah.
Just by repairing this TC.
I'm not proposing that this should be added to the game, obviously, but can you imagine if you actually had to spend stone to repair TCs? TaToH would be so dead.
Oh, he'd be so dead.
He'd be so dead. Like, he
Huang would be number 1 on the ladder.
Yeah, that's true. Huang would be the world's best player. I guess it's probably good that we don't have that.
Yeah.
The Sitaux refusing to quit, and he does have the second town center, so he's trying to catch up. The TaToH's going to have knights, skirm, and some siege again, but he's just sinking thousands of wood into repairing this town center. Just continuous pressure from Sitaux.
Oh my god, he's out of wood, Tristan. This TC is sucking up his wood so quickly.
What if he runs out of wood? I mean, you shouldn't do so. Sitaux, again, with great micro. And TaToH's TC should finish off that one. It does. Now he hops out of the TC by mistake. Whoops, no room for you. Definitely feels like, Dave, Redemption would save TaToH, though. I mean, he can continue to do what he's doing. A good shot from TaToH, but Redemption would be huge on these monks.
And the knights are going to come in, and they're going to clear up all of those mangonels there. We still have the crossbows, as Sitaux tries to body block with the crossbows, but that doesn't work on this patch. Nothing gets blocked by units anymore.
Oh, and the crossbows are going to fall.
Oh, it was only a matter of time, right?
Wow.
He never got his eco set up properly behind it. Loses all the army just when he had enough for a castle forward. He lost everything. And TaToH steamrolls.
Big win for TaToH.
Fun game.
Yeah, very, very fun game. Like, these two players, it doesn't feel like they should be part of that relegation conversation at all, right? Could still happen, but yeah, that's a big win for TaToH here. Again, this being his last series, he now goes up to 7 wins. the potential for more here in the series. TaToH, I thought, had a really good game, but I think that TaToH just beat him to the punch with the pawns, and TaToH, even though he was able to eventually take out town centers, he just wasn't able to do damage fast enough. TaToH did such a good job at delaying all that damage.
Yep.
Like, TaToH collected 10,000 more resources, but I want to know how many resources he sunk into rebuilding town centers and repairing town centers. At least, like, 2,000 wood was put into repairing TCs, I think.
Honestly, the raids saved TaToH.
Yep.
First the skirmishers and crossbows just going forward.
Yep.
And then the knights as well.
Yeah, and a lot of people keep their army at home in those instances because they think, I have the lead, I need everything to defend. Counterattacking was huge. Going to stone as well to get the castle up eventually was big. So good result there from TaToH. The home map for Sitaux will be Acropolis, which doesn't surprise me. I think he beat Leza, and I think he beat Viper on Acropolis. If my memory serves me correctly.
He did beat Viper on Acropolis.
And here we are. And Berbers versus Gurjaras, not the matchup that I was expecting here. But a matchup I think we've seen one other time before. I think it was actually Jordan versus Sebastian yesterday or the day before. TaToH, this is a map that he's undefeated on. You start up on this hill. It's very difficult to wall off. And so aggression and stable units matter. But then Gurjaras on the other side from TaToH. I mean, I'd expect a lot of camels in this one here, Dave.
Yeah. I don't know what to say to that. Gurjaras, yeah, so would I.
Yeah, I mean, neither player should be going for heavy infantry. I think Gurjaras don't get pikemen. And then
they don't.
You just get pikemen as the Berbers. In terms of the map layout here, there is one thing that is really hard to avoid when scripting Acropolis, and that's the north. The TaToH's got a sneaky little woodline in gold there, which can happen every once in a while. So if he takes advantage of that, yeah, true.
There was one game with Sitaux, I forget who it was against. Sitaux had something similar, and he never scouted it in the back. So he never went out there. He was constantly fighting for the forward woodlines.
Yep.
Didn't even think to go back there. So we'll see if TaToH scouts that. He probably will. But yeah, that's a bit unfortunate for sure. And that's one of the reasons I'm not fond of this map in general. I know it's hard to script.
Okay. You remember how there used to be a pond in the middle in this map?
Well, I mean, it's running dry. It's millable.
Yeah, I love how there's just as many fish, if not more fish, when the water's this size.
Deer there. It's very millable.
Yeah. It's a new map idea. It's like Acropolis 2.0. We'll add a few more shorefish and more deer, and it'll be like some of the other maps we've seen in the past, back in the Escape Champions League days. But you can't dock it, so sad times. We've got 3 relics on the right side, and a lot of stone over there, it looks like. So right side feels a little bit more valuable than the left, but again, like, also TaToH is more towards the right side, so he'll naturally go that way anyways. But are we expecting anything crazy here from the openings? Or are you thinking it'll be just safe, standard scout play from both?
Probably safe. Yeah. My question is just for like Sitaux. Does he go into camels here? Do you have any other options? I mean, Berbers do get pikemen if you want to go like for that style of approach, or maybe into crossbow or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Sitaux would be the type of guy to want to get that crossbow timing done. And you can do that with both players. And I think it's especially strong if both players are going to go into the camel line.
It's like when I think about civs that have camel versus camel matchup, I mention it a lot, and then it doesn't pan out that way. Like it pans out in some really weird unit compositions instead of the camel versus camel, because both players are expecting it to be camel versus camel.
Yeah.
Can he just get this deer in, please, Sitaux? Can you just get this in, please, buddy?
I think he's also saying please right now. I don't know how you say please in French. You might know that one. It's probably pretty basic. You know?
S'il vous plaît.
Ah, there you go. So there you go. He's killed the deer. Did you see? Did you see Doubt failing to lure a deer? I mean, you're gonna say which time, but did you see him struggling to lure a deer in his series versus I think Nikov or Valis on Arena? It was so funny, dude.
No, I watched the one in versus Valis, but I didn't watch him versus Nikov, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was just classic. The deer just like running all around and then makes it underneath his TC. And then he doesn't shoot it in time. So his villagers fire, but they miss because it goes to the side and then goes back. It's just, so doubt. But yeah, I honestly think that's a good point. Like, I think expecting this to be a camel war is smart, but you can abuse that in different ways. I don't think you just have to accept it to be camel v camel. The other big thing about camels is like they're just not good at killing vills. So crossbowmen, especially on Acropolis woodlines, might be suitable for that.
I think the only thing that might turn this into a camel v camel matchup is the fact that Gurjaras don't get pikemen. So TaToH really is lacking other options. And if he goes into like Shirvamshas, then Sitaux goes camels and absolutely destroys him unless TaToH can just keep running around raiding. So it's going to be tough. It's, I think, a little bit more flexible if you're in Sitaux's shoes. But we'll see.
Yep, I agree. Woodlines are very tiny that they've chosen to take in front of their bases. So they'll either overchop those and need to relocate lumber camps, or the need for a tower would be huge offensively for both of them. Because normally, if you look over towards the right side of TaToH's base, normally that's the size of the wood. And so a tower won't range everything, but I'm pretty sure a tower would range pretty much everything on these woodlines they've chosen. But
TaToH still hasn't scouted the stuff in the back either.
Oh, yeah, fair point.
Yep.
And it's not like he's going to be missing anything. So
sorry, stable for both. So it's very standard opening here.
Yep.
Could see a few spears mixed in, but I don't know if you want to go into archers here as a follow-up once you get the scouts on the field. Maybe if you see the woodlines are so thin from your opponent.
I think it's a style thing too. Sitaux is going to be more of the let's go for 6 to 8 scouts, even if we don't kill anything type of style. Control the map up to Castle Age. Very Hera-esque. TaToH, he's going to maybe want to switch into those archers more frequently. But I'd expect a lot of scout numbers here. I mean, if you need to relocate woodlines, which you'll absolutely need to leading up to Castle Age, you're going to want scout coverage. But I like the Berber pick.
Scouts.
Oh, yeah, true.
No,
True.
Like Ashley in Feudal Age.
Well,
just such an investment for such like a mediocre unit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they do pretty good damage against the scouts, but it just takes so long to produce. I think it's a cool bonus, though. I think being able to produce camel scouts is kind of similar.
On your way up is great.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. Like, you know how humans can make the Siege Workshop in Feudal, but you rarely see that play a role? I think it's almost like that.
Sicilians can make sergeants in Feudal Age.
Yeah. So there's a window where it can make sense, but normally, as you said, it's after you've already made the scouts.
T90 can qualify for Gold League.
Oh, I don't know about that. I've lost all faith. I've lost all faith, but we'll see. Watch! I'll actually qualify because I get super lucky, and then I'll have like MBL and Finchester in the same freaking group.
yeah, just be destroyed.
Nikov told me, and we had talked about this with Sitaux, about how he was really motivated because he had to come up from gold. Nikov was obviously disappointed he was relegated, and he said, it's okay though. I'll just take all my anger out on gold plebs the next season. So Nikov's gonna be fierce.
Knowing Nikov, he's gonna be in the same group as like Vinchester and Capwatch.
Yeah, maybe.
Again.
Yeah, it should be unlikely, but pretty eventful game here from their perspectives. Like if you were watching their point of views, they've done a lot so far in this game, but they're both so good. They both have made it so their opponent can't
We haven't
really
even
damage them.
heard an attack sound yet. They haven't even connected with
I
the
know.
attack.
Yep.
Not even on a building.
That might change here, though. You've got one spear in there for TaToH. And Sitaux wants to kill it, but yeah, there's our attack sound. But now TaToH has 2 scouts, 2 spearmen. He's also making a blacksmith here, so he might consider some upgrades. But TaToH's just going to come home, and he has shown that blacksmith to Sitaux. So with this timing, Sitaux could choose to go for his own blacksmith. I'd like to see the forging upgrade from both players. Sitaux's going to find those resources and be like, what?
Yeah, I know. I bet he's really tempted to like signal that. He doesn't want to right now, but signal it to TaToH. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah,
Are you hacking? Like,
if this was ranked, he would. But since it's a tournament, he should absolutely shut up about it.
And TaToH still doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
He still doesn't know it's back there. So,
yeah. TaToH could. I mean, it's not a new thing with Acropolis. That happens as much as we try and avoid it. With the way the hills are shaped there, he should know that there should be a free spot there. But he just needs to keep his eco safe right now. And he didn't
eventually
go for forging.
Yeah. Could have an overchop here in a few minutes, so he's got to be careful about that too.
Yeah. That's annoying too. You really don't want to relocate lumber camps right now. They leave your villagers so exposed.
Look at this number of scouts and spearmen for Sitaux here, and TaToH as well. Just keeping up production from both buildings for each of them. Blacksmith now coming for Sitaux, and I think this is the number where you definitely are fine with getting blacksmith upgrades and forging on the way for both.
Oh man,
It'll
this
affect
is
both the spearmen and scouts and both players going forward.
this is
Tristan,
crazy. I mean, TaToH does have his spearmen with him, which can sometimes be helpful because you're okay with your spearmen soaking up other spearman shots.
Means they're not at home.
That's true.
And that's where Sitaux is right now. TaToH trying to get in through that wall, doesn't manage to. Very fortunate. Although Sitaux might have been fine with that, to collapse on that with the spearmen from behind. Spearmen are chasing here from TaToH. Sitaux getting the armor for his spears. Interesting. Okay.
It is really nice.
It.
It is really nice to see additional numbers of scouts and spearmen instead of that archer switch we so commonly see, right? Get to see some different units. Players have to keep an eye on things. Like the overchop is a very real possibility for TaToH. TaToH, be careful here, man. He's got 40 wood on a couple trees there, and Sitaux should realize that. I wonder if, like...
come back.
Could you,
Do
like...
the math.
Could you justify going all-in feudal with a forward tower if you know that TaToH is going to overchop there in a second? Because that's 10 vills.
Yeah, but then you're one quick wall away from your...
Yeah.
not getting in there, and then he sends his army back, and it's just done. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Sitaux has left his base. TaToH is back here. Sitaux has 2 spearmen there with the armor and with forging. He abandons that position now with his villagers. Does have Berber villagers, so they're faster. Not waiting for that overchop, Tristan. He could have made his way in there soon.
Yeah, that's so rough, too. Because, like, normally it's one tree you overchop, but TaToH could overchop on 4 different trees there. A good control on Sitau's gold. Not the end of the world for Sitaux because he does have spearmen at home, but he doesn't have them all where he'd want them, and he tries to get counter damage in on TaToH. A lot of poking here, but TaToH just backs away. TaToH will click up to castle. So
They're
advantage
so hesitant
to TaToH right now.
Imagine if Sitaux just YOLO'd onto that wood line. Like, scouts attacking the walls,
I
spearmen
know.
attacking there, waiting for the overchop. Like, you didn't need to go to the farms.
Mhm.
You can attack that mill, maybe, and take away the goats. Although there's no guarantee there, because if you saw the MBL set, he couldn't convert half of those goats, even though there was no villager nearby.
It is probably a good time to remind everybody that Gurjaras don't get pikemen, because that would definitely be something you'd want in either position now. So that could be good for Sitaux. What's not good for Sitaux is that his spearmen are running into the town center fire from TaToH. He was reacting to TaToH at his base, and he's going to lose all of his spearmen on the front. That's really sloppy from him.
Oh, boy.
Good job from TaToH, man. Oh, also, you still can't... Look at that. Look at those scouts trying to... Oh, my God! His scouts are trapped in the lumber camp. Oh, my God. They're bugged in the lumber camp.
Oh, no.
I saw a screenshot of this happening recently since the most recent patch, but I did... Oh,
Bro,
God.
Dude, they phased in, and they stopped halfway through.
Yeah, like... what do you do if you're TaToH? You want to play nice? Do you delete your lumber camp? I don't think so. That's horrible for Sitaux, and he's also going to lose more scouts here to some of the spearmen. That said, he is going to have more spearmen on the map after this, but TaToH's just been all over this. Okay, so TaToH says, I'll delete it.
So you can have them. See, this...
That's smart. Yep.
Well done, TaToH. Well done.
Well done, Sitaux, as well to ask. I think that's fair. TaToH's just like, just don't run in. It would have been maximum drama if Sitaux would have killed something with those scouts, but...
Yeah.
All right, so it's all good now. He just replaces it with a house, and we'll have both in Castle Age. TaToH is the better of the KD so far, Dave, but again, he can't get pikemen, and his camels aren't as cheap as Berber camels.
TaToH is opening with some Shravamshas, so he's going to try and get some damage here against the Eco. I cannot believe it's still only 1-0 on the Eco KD.
Wild.
It's
It's
crazy,
so wild.
dude.
And TaToH, you know, I really think wood is the biggest thing for him right now. I'll be curious to see where Sitaux will drop a TC, but like that TC is good because there's wood and gold there, and it gives you coverage where you already are. But you still will overchop your wood lines.
Should have TC'd the pond.
True. This Ravamsh is thinking about it. He's like, I should tell them.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised TaToH added Travamshas. They are good at raiding, though. They're not so good against the camels, so you just have to use them in the right way. But TaToH will have the greater economy for now. He takes a fight underneath the TC. Good patience from TaToH. Sitaux runs away, and then on the right side, TaToH's actually going to clear up the spearmen. They're not pikes, and I think he knows they're weak as well. So again, well played, TaToH.
You said it earlier in the game, like, for both of these players, this is so fast-paced.
Yeah.
So fast-paced, right?
Yep.
They're switching between multiple armies. They're defending from raids at home. For us, it's just kind of like, well, they still haven't killed anything.
Yeah, I know. And it's funny because if you look at that moment in Cross where TaToH counterattacked, you felt the speed there. But here, it doesn't feel like that. But right now, I can tell you, though, I mean, Sitaux's starting to feel a little desperate. Remember, he had more games in hands going into this series, so we'll have the series against Barles later. But if he goes down 2-0 here, he might start to feel a lot of pressure, crumble in game 3, and then Barles, Barles could take some wins. So, I mean, there's a risk for both TaToH and Sitaux that they could get relegated. But, Barles is going to kill some vills here. Nice shot from TaToH.
That's amazing. He's not even in the set.
Oh, did I say Barles is going to kill vills? Shut up. You knew exactly what I meant.
That's incredible.
Barles is a beast. Oh, man. Well, Sitaux's got more camels, Dave. 21 camels versus TaToH's 10, and this is where the Berbers can shine. But finally, some eco kills for Sitaux. Lots of idle time for TaToH, and I'd like to see Sitaux drop a second town center now.
Camels are coming to the middle. Oh, baby. If he can... No, don't get stuck in another lumber camp. He's out. He's in and he's out.
Yeah, he just focused on that. He's also focused on the mill over here, so focused on all the Dark Age buildings. But I'll tell you what, man, TaToH has the monks, and this was his plan, and it's very common against the Berbers. Just hold by converting their units, because you can't produce as many of them. But he hasn't got the conversions. And dude, Sitaux is just in and out of these town centers all the time.
Look at the camel numbers, Tristan. 25 camels to 11 from TaToH. Even if TaToH gets 4 free conversions, that's not a big enough swing.
Yeah, that's true.
For him to win the fights, right? So, like, it's coming to a point where Sitaux can just YOLO against those monks. One villager taken down at the back of Sitaux's base. Another one's going to follow. Nice scout pressure there.
And the TC's denied.
The camels are still coming in. The TC is denied. At the front, those villagers are going to run really quickly over to the reinforcements. And TaToH is killing more camels underneath the TC. Oh, boy.
And again, if it's knights, this is a completely different equation, right? If it's like Franks versus Franks, and we just have a night war, the TCs can go down, the villagers are dying faster. But with camels, it's harder to find that value. And TaToH has, just like in the previous game, he's found more with less, Dave. He's had fewer army numbers, and yet he's actually gotten more eco kills. So impressed with him today. But it could still snowball on him, right? He still has to be careful, and he still has to make sure not to throw away army. Dang. I'm telling you, that TC, though. Like, they both now have TCs that are just getting closer and closer to each other in the middle.
This one's a target.
Yeah.
Like, TaToH is a super target. And Sitaux opts for the second monastery. Berbers do not have the greatest monk tech tree. They don't even get sanctity.
Yeah, true.
Instead of a siege workshop here. So he doesn't want the camels or Shravamshas from TaToH to come and snipe a siege. Doesn't feel like he can protect it. He's going to go for a monastery instead.
I'll tell you this. Sitaux's economy right now is not set up well for the long term. It's set up to produce a lot of camels and monks. But with 7 on wood, he's not going to be making siege. He's not going to be doing much more. So as crazy as it sounds, I think we might even see full armor, full attack, and he'll attack TCs with camels.
I'd like to see Bodkin at some point from TaToH as well. Yeah, just even for your TCs. I think it's worth the investment, honestly.
Yeah, sanctity on your monks. He's done that already. The TC on the right is really bold, actually, because there's so much army. But TaToH's just done such a good job. It's like he always has something to thwart Sitau's attacks. And Sitaux is trying to be sneaky there. Double checking, but TaToH's going to see him coming in again. Let's see. Uh-oh.
TaToH's busy on the right, dude. TaToH's busy on the right. He's going to lose this monk for sure. Maybe. No, he's only got one camel. Oh, so frustrating.
Camels just can't kill anything.
Sitaux takes a big fight in the middle, though. Camels were weak. He's going to have to retreat from that. Sitau's still fighting in the north. Still killing. Takes out a couple monks. A lot of monks, actually.
Yeah, it's okay. Sitaux still has army numbers. TaToH, though, defended quite nicely. It's 18 camels for Sitaux and 13 for TaToH. TaToH's got a 20 villager lead, and he has the stone. Well, we'll soon have the stone, excuse me, to be able to go for a castle, which I think would be huge in the middle of the map.
Dude, if only Sitaux had 400 stone in the bank right now.
Yeah,
He'd
just
be
buy
selling
it.
everything to buy a
just
castle.
Just buy a castle on that hill. Yep.
But he hasn't even gone out to stone yet. He's still wandering around with the camels. And like you said before, like the camel production, at a certain point, it's not going to give you a whole lot. If
oh my
your
God.
opponent has 4 TCs defending, great quick walls.
That's insane, yeah. And TaToH just needs to buy himself a little bit of time so he can make another monk and patrol him with his own camels. He doesn't get that done, though, so villagers could die there. And then Sitau's on the right side as well. So again, just lots of idle time for TaToH as he approaches 2 hours of idle time in a 30-minute game. This would be a perfect game for camel noise, Dave. Do you want to go for it?
Well, we've both done it in the past.
That's true.
Sitaux will get 3 camels converted in the middle.
Yeah, I think once is enough. I don't think we need to do it.
If you do it,
anymore.
I'll do it.
Nah, I'm good. I'm happy. 5 monks for TaToH, 2 more on the way. 6 monks for Sitaux, 1 more on the way. 23 camels versus 8, though. Man, these camel numbers of the Berbers is still insane. Just where's that stone mining, Sitaux? Where's the siege? Like, this forward TC has been so exposed. Certainly by now, he could have had a couple rams, maybe. I think rams would actually be better than mangonels in this situation. One of the rare instances.
You force the camels to dive in, and then you can take... you can convert them or take the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TaToH he has 11 on stone now. Those are villagers that were underneath his TC that had to run. If he could get the castle up on that TC, he might stabilize. That's what's going to be important here.
Bodkin arrow coming in for TaToH. Love that. But, like, not having the +2 armor yet for Sitaux.
Yeah.
How much damage is he taking from these TCs? Like, he needs all the armor he can get against that. He's going for a mangonel now. He can get up on that hill, start attacking that town center, and he sees the town center to the right. He's back there again. God, TaToH's just been in and out of these TCs all game.
TaToH still only lost 13 villagers, and he's always had less army, which is wild. And there's the armor. Oh, this is where this can get out of hand fast.
Yeah, and that is 7 monks there. Like, if TaToH comes in and Sitaux even gets conversions with like 4 of those monks, that's a massive swing.
Yeah.
Just to open the battle, and then he's got siege to finally kill the buildings.
I think TaToH needs to castle the TC on the right, and he needs to plan to give up the TC in the middle, because with the mangonel there, I just don't know how you get the castle down. This is going to be so complicated.
Redemption.
Ooh,
okay.
That's helpful. Is TaToH really going to counterattack?
Is Sitaux. That is, I love that TC so much.
I don't.
It's just a content town center right there. I love it. It'll protect against the monks, dude. The TC will protect against the monks. It's like having it's just an extended tower.
Oh man, TaToH's got to save his monks in his town center. He's going to hop it on the other side with redemption so he can convert the mangonel. He also has the garrison on the right side. He's also counterattacking. And
he charged up.
Sitaux! Get sanctity, dude! Are you kidding me?
You don't have it as Berbers. You don't have it. You
okay.
Don't have it.
I didn't even know.
And he loses 6 monks. 7 monks because of it.
Yeah.
And TaToH charging up against that camel, switches over to the mangonel at the last second, gets the kills. He's also in the back of Sitau's base with camels. Sitaux noticed that in time, so he's not going to lose too many villagers. But damn.
You know that game growing up? It's like, guess how many jelly beans are in the jelly bean jar. We should play guess how many camels will be created by the conclusion of this game, because it's been a lot, man. And I still don't know who to favor here. Like, yes, TaToH's had the better economy. He's done a great job to raid, kill those 7 monks, obviously, which was huge. But every time I look at this map, there's always more camels for Sitaux, and he's going to go for rams now, too. He could deny any castle. This is crazy stuff.
So how many camels are in the camel jar?
I'm going to go with 170 camels at the conclusion of the game.
Like together. I'm like not from like one person alone. There's a big fight coming.
Yeah, there's a very big fight coming. And if Sitaux had the monks earlier, he absolutely would deny this. But I think he still could. He's got superior upgrades. He still has just as many monks. He's got the ram on the way.
He wins this fight, and TaToH sending more villagers. Does he win this fight? Are the Gurjara camels strong enough? Doesn't look like it. Sitau's going to clean this up. Can Sitaux deny this castle? There's more camel reinforcements from TaToH on the way, but the villagers are going to die here. The monks are healing up behind for Sitaux, and he can't finish the castle, Tristan. Oh, baby.
And he did what I said. He tried the right side because the middle was just too vulnerable, and it's still just not enough. Because Sitau's aggression, just incredible here. And, oh, man, I mean, I don't even know what to do now.
Running with these vills. He's running with the vills. Where are you running to? Oh, he's going to build the castle. He's building the castle. The camels were pulled out of position. There's more rams incoming, though, from Sitaux.
No way.
Continue to repair these rams with his villagers.
I mean,
from TaToH now firing. Sitaux needs to hop in that TC. Sitaux, hop inside the town center, bro. That's why you have it here.
TaToH's also going to run out of stone. Sitaux is also repairing the ram underneath all of this. But is that going to be enough? If that ram goes down, TaToH's castle will stay up. TaToH could maybe make some chakrams. And TaToH somehow holds on in this game. What in the world?
Villager count has evened out a little bit, but that TC from Sitaux is now under fire.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem. Well,
Look
maybe
at the eco upgrades, though. Like, it's not
great.
It's not pretty. TaToH's Q is now a little bit ugly, too.
It's really not pretty for either player, right? Like, neither having the Castle Age Wood or farm upgrade. No wheelbarrow for TaToH. The amount of farms they have, though, is good. And again, I just have to credit TaToH for some excellent defense. I mean, how on earth is he still alive? He has never been ahead in the camel numbers, ever.
Yep.
He's still in this game.
One big mangonel shot, that's how. If Sitaux had those 7 monks he lost in that fight,
oh, man.
Curtains, over, just done.
Yep, because the castle would be denied. The castle could still be rammed down later, so TaToH has to make sure he has army, and it seems like just monks is what TaToH's opting for at the moment. I'm sure he's maybe trying to queue camels as well. It feels like you can't just go full chakram because it's just so hard to mass. I wonder if you go knights here if you're Sitaux. I'd kind of like to see a couple knights. You have so many camels already.
Yeah.
But maybe that's risky against the Gurjaras. Dang, TaToH finds villagers on the left side. So that forward TC hurting Sitaux in multiple ways, right? This would have probably been where his third TC would have been initially.
Bro, if he had garrisoned the villagers right away and still had his vills repairing those rams,
maybe.
I think it could have been fine. Kshatriya's now coming in from that castle. TaToH can start queuing up chakrams if he wants to. Decent against the camels.
He's also making a lot of Sravamshas here. This is interesting, TaToH. He's switching away from the camels. He's got 6 monks. He's got 44 on food, and he just researched that unique tech, Dave, which means his units are just going to be so cheap. TaToH's also got coverage on the right side with a castle where there's lots of gold. He's even going to TC the very left side of his hill, and he's TC the north. He did that a bit ago. So TaToH's economy is insane. Important moment in the middle. Lots of camels.
Yep.
Let's see if TaToH can get his conversions. There he goes. He's going to get conversions. He'll probably lose all of his monks, though.
They'll get reconverted back, or the equivalent anyway.
Yep. Also,
and he does lose all his monks. The villagers chasing that ram, and another ram bites the dust, and they just hop back in again.
Villagers are
this is a monk graveyard, this little area.
This whole area, everything's died, dude. Also, TaToH tried a counter raid there. Sitaux, great reaction time. I think he did lose villagers to these Sravamshas, but he didn't lose as many as he could have. Again, like, if you had some knights, TaToH has no camels now. You'd be killing villagers in town centers so much faster, I feel. But you just got to fight the urge, I think, if your opponent can make camels.
I'm watching this one camel up north. A knight would have killed like 4 or 5 villagers there.
That's what I'm thinking, too. But then TaToH sees it and makes camels again. Still very surprised TaToH switched into the Sravamshas, but it's just the speed of them, Dave. And the fact that they do pretty well up under town centers, I think that has had its effect. Look at that micro from TaToH. He sacrificed the one Travamsha to separate the other two from the group. TaToH found it anyways.
He's abandoning the TC. I think the TC's dead, finally.
Yeah, I think this is like that old diseased leg, you know, after a long battle. You just cut it
off.
off. Just,
With gout, yep.
Just cut it off. You don't want it anymore. It's going to infect the rest of the body. TaToH boldly trying to get a relic on the left. Are you kidding me, bro? Okay, that doesn't work. But, oh, he's found villagers on the right, too. So...
It's so annoying chasing after Shrivamshas with camels. It's like, bro, if I ever get you in a room together, I'm going to kill you, you know? But until that...
Oh, man, I'm
stop running.
I'm really beginning to worry right now for TaToH because I don't know if he has an answer out there for the Chakrams. I saw backed against MBL, right? There's a lot of camels from MBL. Camel's just not the unit, and we know the monks are really weak for the Berbers too.
Dude, the total resources collected, not even that much more for TaToH. He's like only 4,000 ahead right now.
Oh, man.
And that's because TaToH, well, Berbervilles and Handcart and the second wood upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
And he hasn't been hopping in and out of TCs the entire time. He has a little bit.
Yeah. Like, he's had to do it more now because of these counter raids from TaToH. Again, that's a really cool thing. Uh-oh, Chakrams on camels. Boom. Oof. Yeah, these camels with the town center and the Chakrams, these camels are going to die really fast.
Villager feast, though, in the process.
Yeah, true.
Killing some of them anyway. Oh, man. Camels are just so...
So meh. Oh, Sravamsha's on the right for TaToH. At the same time, he's on the left killing villagers. That's the unit you want underneath town centers. And there's no fletching or bodkin for TaToH.
Finally knights. Finally knights here for TaToH. He's got some Sravamshas of his own in the north. Those are going to be really annoying.
Wow, this is... I mean, Rams are going to try and head to the left side. Dude, I love watching this map. Dude. I would hate to play this game. It's so crazy.
These knights on the right, they don't see the gold, do they? Okay, he's looping around to the gold now. That's a lot of villagers there, Tristan.
True, yep.
And TaToH's on the run.
TaToH's still with more villagers. He's still imping. He has now surpassed TaToH in the amount of villagers he's killed. It's 59 to 57 there. He still has to defend his town centers and also had to defend from those knights on the right side that TaToH can't see anymore. So if TaToH could loop in there on that gold, and TaToH's not paying attention, that's 20 dead vills right there.
Oh, he gets 2 camels converted. However, the Chakrams are behind. Rams will probably get cleaned up. Knights will probably get cleaned up. He still has the Knights at the back, and they're heading back towards that gold.
Nice.
They're looping back towards that gold. No, TaToH,
no!
Where are you sending them? No, he's not. He's so distracted, dude. He's so distracted.
I actually think he might have done... I don't know if he uses Select All Army.
Might have Select All. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
A lot of pros don't use Select All Army for reasons like that, but he did notice, but it's a little too late. TaToH spotted him immediately, and TaToH calls it. TaToH.
Wow.
I think TaToH is confirmed to be safe now for sure, and he wants to get into those playoffs, and TaToH's played amazing today. Oh, my God.
Damn,
like,
dude.
How many... Wait, hold on. How many camels? Okay, I said 175. It was 125 for TaToH. It was 99 for TaToH. Ah! So 224 camels in one game. What did, if anything, where did it go wrong? What could TaToH have done differently in this game? It was crazy one.
I honestly don't even know. Get better monk RNG so that he can snipe that monk before it converts his mangonel and then nukes all of his stuff. I think early he should have gone after that wood line with the scouts and spearmen. You had 9 scouts forward and 9 spearmen with upgrades. And all that's standing between you and all those vills is a few trees or palisades.
Mm-hmm.
You can just task all your units to start attacking palisades. If nothing else, you're idling the wood line. You're probably going to get in, though.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to kill a bunch of villagers in there.
Well, it doesn't suit the meta much, but I honestly, in that situation, remember, TaToH's scouts were kind of around his farm area. Pull 4 lumberjacks and start placing a tower there. So you surround that thing with your scouts, and then if that tower goes up, TaToH has to run, right? And yeah, then there's a world. I also think maybe, 75% camels is fine. Just make like 25% knights.
Yep.
I think you're killing more villagers. And I think also, of course, that big moment where he lost 7 monks. If he didn't lose those 7 monks, he probably denies TaToH's castle. That felt like the most important area of the game. But TaToH was just kind of holding on there barely for so long with an eco lead, and he finally made it happen. But
The fun game.
It was a really fun game, exactly. And Sitaux will have one more chance to get a win. If he doesn't get a win, and TaToH
He just
3-0s,
has to. Regardless, he has to win versus Barrels.
yes, true.
Regardless,
True.
Yeah.
But it'd make it even more interesting that Sitaux and Barles series, because if TaToH 3-0s, Sitaux will have 5 wins, and then Barles will have 5 wins going into that series. But
I mean, it
crazy.
doesn't matter if Sitaux gets swept. If Sitaux wins, he just has to win against.
You got to win
Barles,
against
right?
Barles. Yeah, for sure. So game 3, and yeah, you mentioned the possibility of Portuguese. I think we've seen Portuguese more so on Arena than Fortified Clearing. These civs, though, ever since Fortified Clearing have been added to this event and others, these have been like the two. I think Burgundians as well, maybe Bohemians. But fun matchup here, man. And like, I think that the Turks can produce some crazy types of games, but Poles, even if they fall into a disadvantage, with the way their economy works and how cheap their units are, they can always come back.
Yeah. I think the one thing I don't want to see from TaToH, and I think he's experienced enough to not do it, is some sort of forward attempt. We might see that from Sitaux, but I have yet to see that work for the forward. I just haven't seen it.
Is Sitaux trying to think about his situation and his results as he's playing right now?
Dude, do that after. You never count. Listen to Kenny Rogers, all right? You never count your money while you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done, okay?
He could have checked the results and he could have thought about it. But yeah, I guess in Sitaux's mind, he's a little concerned. And he's like, okay, wait a second. I'm down 2 games. If I lose this game, what does that mean for me against Barles? And so he's just confirmed what we said. Like you said, Dave, like win or lose this game, you still just got to beat Barles, right? Still got to beat Barles. I think chances of TaToH getting third or Sitaux getting third are a little bit more difficult, but it's been a crazy group. And I'm with you. I think that if anyone's going to go aggressive in this matchup, I think it's actually going to be the Turks. That's the scary thing of the Turks, is they can go all in, crazy gunpowder, but they also can play standard meta too, and use Lightcap to control the map and get relics and take it to their very strong late game.
Well, I think it was it Draken versus Backed? Who was it? I can't remember. I think it was Draken versus Backed, where Backed tried to go forward.
Yep.
And then Draken just hung out in the middle. And it looks so promising for for Backed, but Draken could always just take gold in the middle. That's why the forward doesn't work, because you loop all the way around to the back, and even if you deny all of that stuff, you can't push past the TC, and they can just go to the middle, and you don't have enough resources to split your attention like that.
Yeah, Draken just played that so well, right?
Yeah,
I was really impressed with that, and really impressed with him as a whole. Who I think he's confirmed 4th. I think he's just back in Platinum. After everything that transpired today.
With Backed, bro. Like, not just the form that he showed up in, and I know there's questions about MBL's performance today, but Backed played really well.
Yeah.
And he, if nothing else, he was so entertaining, the games to watch. I loved watching Backed in this season of the Titans League. I think I cast like all of his sets.
Yeah, he's
They
amazing.
were so fun.
And the thing that was also amazing is like he was up against players who are active. They're playing the ladder all the time. He never playing ladder games. Like the only time he's playing Age of Empires right now is Titans League, right? And it seemed like Backed had been playing the game more, right? And I think a lot of that is just his preparation was solid. He was up to date on the meta, but he also had that little like weird X factor where he do some crazy things from time to time to switch out of it too. But yeah, super entertaining. And I actually have a screenshot I'll share later. But Backed didn't even think he had a chance when he went in against MBL today. He thought statistically he was out.
Yep.
And then JBR messaged him, was like, hey, by the way, this is when you're going to play your round of 12. And Backed was like, OMG 11, I thought I dead. I thought I was dead.
So, like, anyone has a chance when someone tries to go for a Cumin 2TC boom on
20
pop up.
20 pop. Yeah, I was
whatever. Like, it's just like, I'm sitting there watching it. I'm just like, load up a game against the AI. Like,
yeah,
come on, man.
It's hard for me to have sympathy. We love MBL. It's hard for me to have sympathy when we know how active he is in the ladder, right? Just like look at any Rex for 10 minutes, see what other people are doing. So tricky stuff.
There is
obviously
a very wandering path through the wood line into the back of TaToH's base that he thinks is fully walled.
Ooh,
that is simply not. And Sitaux might discover this, but I think by the time he discovers it, it's too late to like change your strat. But maybe you could go for light cav or something and get in through the back there.
Is this the AoE gods reversing the roles because of that Red Bull game between TaToH and Hera, where Hera had that one little, I think it was on Bull, that one little hole where units kept running through.
If you see this though in your Sitaux, you don't show your scout, right? Like,
Yeah. You don't want to check his base at all.
Like he's pausing. He's like, nope. I'm not showing this.
Well, check this out though. I think TaToH.
The thing is, like,
Yeah.
he can wait here because he upgrades to light cav, so he can actually do damage.
Yeah, look
He
at
can actually
TaToH.
do damage.
He's so unsure on where he wants to make his barracks right now. He started to run towards that hole, made me think he was checking it.
And he has no loom, bro.
Also, I don't know what TaToH's build is, by the way. This is not a fast castle. It almost feels like it's scouts. And so his scout could actually get value against Sitaux as well. Yeah, so I like what Sitaux is doing. He's not even messing around, right? Some players will still try and get some vision. He's just like, nope, I'm going to sit
kill
there.
A villa here, I think.
Should be saved.
He's feudal age in 5 seconds.
He could block it a bunch of times.
Sitaux, why did you go back and engage that?
Was so bad.
Why did you go back and engage that, bro? Why?
That made no sense. Just keep running there. Probably just misjudged it in his mind, thought that he could take a little bit of HP off of TaToH, but certainly something he'll be kicking himself for.
Look at the scout from him just waiting in the back.
Dude, I wish...
Do you wait for feudal age or do you wait for light cav, though? That's the thing.
Well, the sad thing is now that TaToH has a stable, this might do nothing, right? Like, it would have been so good if TaToH was going fast castle, but...
That scout's not coming in. Like, if you're light cav against non-loom villagers, TaToH still doesn't have loom, Tristan.
I guess that's true.
You can kill quite a few.
I mean, he's going to want it so badly now after losing that Vill. He's going to be like, man, how stupid could I have been? Like, good walling there. Good walling on the right. I wish he would. I wish he would have it behind the wood line so I could turn off small trees and it would just add to the effect.
Imagine wanting to turn off small trees. You're such a YouTuber now. You've changed, bro. You're such a YouTuber now.
It messes with the immersion, bro. Come on. Is TaToH ever going to send scouts to the other side? I guess not, because he has that scout in the north.
His starting scout might come back. Okay, feudal age comes in, and Sitaux is like, yeah.
Go back. Oh, no.
We spent all game talking about this. It's a Polish villager, too. It's going to heal up some of the hits, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be fun. If it wasn't for Poles, that Vill's dead, I think.
Yep, it is. Yeah, because it was on 1 or 2 HP. It healed up just enough.
The hole. It's just like, wait for Castle Age.
Yeah. Oh, well, he is going to be on the way to Castle Age. He also has a stable, so he'll be making light cav. What do you think of TaToH's build here, man? He's gone feudal age scouts. He's made a lot of them. We'll have 6 total scouts here.
TaToH says the regen saved it, right?
TaToH
I think he did the math and figured out that he doesn't need to win this game.
Yeah.
As long as he beats Brawl.
That's
true. A lot of chit chat going on here.
Yeah, I mean, it also, like, I'm chattier. This is not always the case, but in general, I would say I'm a bit chattier the worse I'm playing, or like the more frustrated I am too. Obviously he's having a good time, but I'm still not sure how I feel about TaToH's strat. Like, okay, yeah, you have good economy with Poles, you do have scouts, but if that castle time is too late, you could maybe end up regretting it if he falls behind in Vills. But not too bad. Sitaux just lost 1 Vill. He's lost 2 units though, sadly. And the Polish economy has its way of catching up. TaToH choosing to go to stone. Some players have been going to gold, other players have been going to stone. I still think, just because I've watched enough Yo games, I feel like you got to go to stone. Just feels like it's too good of a bonus to skip.
Yeah, I don't know. Especially when you're already so laid up.
Yeah.
Like you're not doing a super. If you're doing a super type build, you can't go to stone. You just can't. It's too slow, right? You need like 7 Vills on it to go up.
Yeah, or use the market at least. Like, get ready to sell some of the stone later. But, all right. So the fight for relics begins. Monastery on the front there for Sitaux. Sitaux is currently sitting at 5 wins. And 5 wins is what Barles will have when TaToH plays him in the final series of the day. But obviously, like, if you end up winning one game here and then you go in and lose to Barles, I think you could maybe still beat Barles on the tiebreak if Barles only beats you 2-1. So every win's still so important.
No.
Or is that wrong?
I think he'd lose. He just needs to.
It depends on
he
sets
just needs
one.
to beat Barles either way.
Okay, gotcha.
Right?
Yeah, I'd have to look at the table.
Yeah.
It depends on
Yeah,
the
it
sets
does.
one. Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
it does.
Well, that makes it clear, right? That makes it clear in that final series. TaToH moving out. Got 4 full HP scouts, 3 weak, 1, and a
TaToH's going to
spearman.
see this like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And does he queue up more scout light cav of his own? Probably should. He does take out a scout from TaToH, 2 scouts from TaToH, but he will lose another light cav. Great blocking there from TaToH. Wow.
Did you see, though, that the one scout from TaToH went through
Dude,
the
I've been
light
talking
cav?
about it all day.
Yeah,
Literally
the new
7
patch
hours
is...
I've been live. I've been talking about this.
Okay, because the new patch definitely broke blocking units.
That's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason the scouts got stuck in the lumber camp. That's the reason in that series against Leary on the Nomad game, the Knights just ran right through the Janissaries.
Yeah.
Like just completely through.
It's I've seen 3 instances of it. Well, before today, I saw 3 instances of it, and the patch is very new, so they're gonna have to do something
I've
about
seen
that.
so many today, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you have 10 villagers on a wood line, 5 of them will still manage to bump up against each other the entire way. So.
Exactly. Or like 2 villagers taking the same
Still do
shore
the
fish.
dance. Yeah,
They're still gonna do the dance. Yeah.
They can't go through each other. No, sir.
All right, so sub 19-minute castle age for TaToH. I mean, all things considered, I actually do like this build now. He's been able to get really fast. He also didn't allow TaToH to take any of the middle relics. All that said, though, TaToH quickly shifted to the sides. So he's got 2 relics already, and he does have the villager lead too, so good play from TaToH.
He took 2 of the middle relics. Are you talking about the side
Oh,
relics?
I'm
in the
stupid.
middle?
No. I like... Sometimes I'll do this thing where I just assume without confirming with my eyes.
oh, you mean the streamer thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like,
That
yeah,
too.
I mean, because this, we're experienced. We know exactly what's happening in this game. We don't even need to look
I do
at
that
it.
too.
Yeah, so
Yep.
he did actually take 2 in the middle.
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
Barles is doing a great job here.
I'm gonna say great job from TaToH in the next series. So just get ready for it. I think
All right.
TaToH. I understand that he only had scouts, but after that one engagement, I was surprised that he allowed Barles. TaToH. To get what have you done to get the relics? Still though, he's ahead in eco. He is poles. He's got light cav on the right side. He's got a light cav on the left side. So he's really patrolling all the avenues right now.
So good, dude. The classic. There's he's on the stone, so he's gonna think about maybe forward castle, maybe a faster Imperial Age here. Still hasn't added that 3rd TC like TaToH has. TaToH did snipe 1 monk, and he did get 2 light cav, but he's gonna lose another light cav of his own. And look at this, TaToH, same time coming out with 2 monks. Send him back.
Yeah, he's being
him home.
really aggressive with it too. And like TaToH's been taking the main fights. He hasn't necessarily been looping off individual light cav in the middle. I think some of that might do with the fact that he's been controlling individual light cav on the sides though. So it's hard to have like 5 different points of attack. So I like TaToH's position. His Vil count's still nice. I'm not sure if I'd love a forward castle, but I wouldn't mind if you have the map control, a castle next to your gold in the front there.
Oh, just do it. What's the difference?
I mean, if you run across the map to do it on TaToH's face, TaToH could
loom.
notice it.
So you could notice it going down on his face.
Well, again, it depends on how much army there is, right? He's got to make
guess. I
sure
mean,
you're continuing to produce light cav, which he's doing, and he's getting forging. I think both players should do that. I feel like it's a no-brainer. You have 10 light cav, you have to have forging. TC
Okay,
for
Loom
TaToH
coming
on
in
the
for
left.
TaToH. So is TaToH thinking about something,
right?
some castle in the middle in that area between the gold and the stone, maybe?
I'm wondering if we'll see a
It's a
second
risk.
stable from either player. Doesn't look like it.
Okay, Sitaux going to come forward any second now. He feels it, dude. He knows. It's his opportunity. It's his moment.
It's so risky. TaToH will see forging. Like, remember the last game, how well TaToH was able to perform with all the aggression TaToH was throwing? There they go.
They looped around. This wasn't anticipated. Quick,
Oh, that micro
bait
from
him,
TaToH was
sneak
really
units.
good.
That's sick, dude. He's splitting apart all the weak units, and he's going to see all these villagers here, too. And now he's ganging up on the weak units from Sitaux, but there's only so many light cav left. Sitau's trying to block. You can't block now, but he does get a couple conversions. And he clears up all of the army from TaToH, but 2 light cav, and there's the castle, as TaToH goes for a counter castle of his own. And he's pulling the boys and girls.
I think you go castle and no more army and imp in both positions.
Yep.
And only one player is doing that. Like, TaToH's worried. He's still making light cav.
Yep.
But Sitaux has stopped production.
Dude, TaToH's getting forging now? No, this is not the situation. It was the situation for forging before.
Yeah. His micro was good, though. I think he got better value than I expected in that fight with lesser numbers. But Sitaux has 4 relics. TaToH has 1. Sitaux could easily get the 1 in the middle if he scouts it. And Sitaux clicks up to imp instantly. Talk about a flawless build there. The timing was perfect.
Really, really good. Now Sitaux can start exploring the other areas of the map. If you guys were wondering why the score from TaToH was so high. Villager count, but also the exploration.
If you go triple stable Lycav and 8 petards in that castle, though, and you just petard that castle down the first thing when Sitaux hits imp, you could win this game if you're TaToH, because you've got 4 TCs, and Sitau's only been on 2. So Sitau's eco is super fragile here right now.
Ooh, Lycav just literally running through each other.
Oh, nice. TaToH got no heads up until the villagers get attacked. TaToH will garrison. Needs to get some houses down so these Lycav don't follow in.
He goes for a gate. He's
That's fine. Yeah. Will he have
And
the confidence
Sitaux,
to try and trap that, though? No.
He did delete the houses to get his Lycav out, but he replaced it with a palisade gate. So he's not... he shouldn't be open there unless there's a house in between the gate and the... or hole in between the house and the gate. I don't know.
What is TaToH's plan, dude? Are you either produce army all in here and pressure this castle, or you go up to imp? It feels like neither. I mean, he's adding a lot of villagers and he's under a lot of pressure, but the aggression from Sitaux definitely has surprised TaToH, and I don't think TaToH expects Sitaux to be up to imp.
He should know, though. Like, you get forward castled, the guy already has, what, 5 relics? Like, you should realize what's going on. TaToH has to know.
Did he realize too late, right?
No, the castle at the front might just be to buy time. Might not even plan on repairing that at all. Just buy time.
I love what
behind.
Sitau's doing. Another castle behind is great, but the camels, dude. He knows what Poles are going to do in this situation, especially if he wins the race to imp and can take out the castle. Yeah, Poles are usually going to go for all-in cav to come back, and TaToH's probably like, ooh, God. It feels really bad to be floating so many resources right now.
Sitaux should also stonewall the sides of his base.
Yeah, or at least
you're never going to extend out there, and you have all the gold and stone you need in the relics and the stone in the middle.
Yeah.
And the gold in the middle. So just cover it up at the sides so you don't get raided there. Focus all of your attention down the gut.
Barles right now is like TaToH, TaToH, TaToH. Obviously, Barles needs to beat Sitaux regardless, but it's he wants to
beat him regardless.
But listen, it's the confidence, okay? He wants Sitau's confidence to be gone. Okay. Don't agree? Look at MBL. No, that's a bad example. Never mind. Trebs in the middle. And I like to even 2 Trebs. 2 Trebs into conscription would be awesome. But I'll tell you what here. You got to get more farms out of your Sitaux. I guess he had garrisoned a bunch of vills here, but I'm not liking the 22 on food if you want to be able to make camels the rest of the game.
Yeah, go start farming in the middle. That's the key.
Yeah, true.
It's your safest area.
But the camel Janissary, the timing's so sick. And once TaToH's castle goes down, he's got 3 TCs lined up behind this too. All that'll get Treb down. This is rough. I still don't know. Like, we know that Poles are good at massing units, but the units themselves, with the exception of maybe the Oblok, are not really that strong.
Dude, please, Sitaux, just open up another hole in this wall. Please. Please, just, like...
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He's through. Look at TaToH fall back. And if you've never been in this situation on this map before, yeah, you can run and you can expand, but your farms are never in the corners right now. So you've got to expand all your farming eco, which is the most difficult thing to do with the Poles.
Also, you're going to get to a position where your base is split right down the middle.
Yeah.
And that is... Yeah. It's just so hard to maintain focus when you're switching from one side of the map to the other and there's an enemy in the middle.
Agreed. TaToH getting Bodkin, adding University. So there's a world where I'm thinking maybe he's thinking Arbalest, but I'm not even seeing the ranges yet. And he's just like, he's got nothing, man. He's got nothing. He's villagers, but it feels like all these villagers are just going to continue to die.
Nice castle from Sitaux. Damn, dude.
And right next to the town center, also on the right side, important moment for Sitaux. This is what we said. Like, if you don't let TaToH raid you on the sides, you're fine.
He sees it.
Nice.
That's good. And he goes for more farming behind, too. And now he has more villagers on food than TaToH does.
Yep.
TaToH has to start refarming on the outside. He's lost access to how many farms? 32 in the center.
Where are TaToH's relics? Okay, he's got 2 relics in his base. He's got 2 relics on the left. So that, I guess that's good. TaToH's dropping the ranges now. So he's definitely going to try Arbalest, but I haven't even seen the crossbow upgrade yet, and he's just going to continue to lose everything.
He's going to be in the back. He's going to be in the back. No, Sitaux notices it in time. Just finish off
just
the
stone wall,
bro.
man.
Just,
Don't even... Stop it.
No, just finish
Stop
the
it.
house. Dude, the house is at 61 HP. Please just finish the house.
Somebody notice what's happening here, please.
No, TaToH sees it. Sitaux.
Come on!
31, 19, 13, 7. Oh, that's such a pain, dude. That's such a pain. And he has to pull all of the villagers in.
And also in the south as well, there's more Lycav knocking on the door. I mean, the positive is he's got such a good position on the front that he can afford to spend his time dealing with that. But it's definitely been avoidable. And things like this is going to be how TaToH comes back. But again, you just see crossbowmen now. But TaToH's going to try and keep his castle alive with bombard cannons. But he really doesn't have resources in the bank anymore.
He doesn't have any stone, dude. Where's the stone? He's got 13 on stone right now, and that's where his gold's kind of coming from. But it takes a lot to repair against 3 trebs.
Yeah, and still just so much army here from Sitaux. Game is still really close. Like TaToH's got the Vill lead and then some, but only 23 on food isn't the exciting mark you're looking for.
More Lycav are in, but the camels are back there this time.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, he got in on both sides. Like, it's just wall early, you know?
Okay, if TaToH has any chance, it's with this bombard cannon sniping the trebs from Sitaux, and Sitaux knows it. Sitaux sees the bombard cannon, and TaToH has the crossbowman ready. So you're saying there's a chance, Dave. So you're saying there's a chance. Treb will go down? No?
Treb stays alive, and now it's a bomber cannon for Sitaux. He's repairing the Treb. Still alive. Nope, goes down.
How many Trebs are there? 2 behind that castle. That's an awkward one to get to, though, isn't it? It's a really good position for Sitaux.
Yep.
But don't lose your bombard cannon, Sitaux. Oh, God. Villager dies. TaToH also has a Treb.
HP might help for the second hit. Okay, villager repairing.
Is Sitaux going to lose this castle? Does TaToH have a chance? He just needs a moment to breathe so he can place 15 more farms, and he's in business, dude.
Yep.
What in the world? Oh my God, he's going to take out Sitau's castle. Oh my God.
The castle.
And now he's going to have Arbalest soon. Here he comes with the crossbowman. He sees the bomber cannon from Sitaux, and TaToH, what? You gotta be kidding me. He'll take out the Trebs. He'll take his original base back. He's also kind of stonewalled on the other side.
Quickly, Sitaux, steal those relics. Okay, it's stealing the relics.
Run. Run, Sitaux, run.
Run. Just run now. Just run now.
He's sacrificing all of his camels for those 2 monks to be able to get home. Oh my goodness. And yeah, so bombard cannon defense is actually perfect for Sitaux. This could be an epic game because if he has 6 bombard cannons lined up next to these castles, the TaToH can't exactly push.
Now that he's stalled out on the front, he needs to start thinking about the sides. Like, you weren't thinking about that before, but now you do. Because there's some gold out there, and there's a lot of important positioning TaToH can take on the back of your resources. Monks are heading home with the relics now. TaToH just getting the first gold and stone mining upgrades.
Yikes.
That's kind of yikers with pulls.
Well, I'll tell you this, though. If you're not pressuring the mid, like, you have to swing to the sides now, or you have to push the mid again, because TaToH has the better economy, and TaToH's already had success on the sides of your base. So let's see how quickly it takes TaToH, or how long it takes TaToH to be able to pressure the sides, because, like, 6 stables in either corner, streaming hustlers into your base, you're just dead. You just cannot stop it. But I think the push in the front is going to be scary enough for TaToH, where TaToH might not be able to think about that. We're talking Turks here. 6 bombard cannons can counter the Arbs and the Trebs from TaToH.
Delete the siege workshop in the middle. Just delete it. Just get out. There's no
the
room to
pathing?
maneuver. Yeah, it's just... You will benefit from losing that Siege Workshop.
Oh, man. Bomber Cannon stays alive. Does lose the next one. But TaToH's Arbalest, man. Don't really have support right now.
And here come the Camels. Here come the Hussar. More big hits on the Arbalest. Another big shot on the Arbalests.
TaToH's still not raiding the sides. Trebs will go down here for TaToH. And Sitaux, good recovery. He doesn't lose his cannons to the Treb shots, and he takes out all 3.
These Turk bomber cannons. These Turk bomber cannons. This guy survives on 2 HP.
Crazy. Remember, guys, they get more HP, the Turks. It's not just the range that they can get. Sitaux doesn't have that yet. But now Sitau's like, I'm not finished yet, man. I think TaToH thought he was. I think TaToH thought he was going to transition to the sides. TaToH's Arbalests are getting some decent kills, but the Camels and the Hussars, there's been a lot of Hussars in there, soaking up the damage, and TaToH's repairing. But he now needs something to kill those cannons, and fast.
He's running out of meat shield, though. He's running out of a meat shield. Will TaToH be able to save this castle?
There's like...
It looks like he will again. It looks like he will again. There's another.
Go with the
bomber cannon
Hussar.
coming in.
TaToH, go with the Hussar. Go with the Hussar. The cannons are so weak. Go with the Hussar. TaToH, he deletes the gate. Here he goes. Is Sitaux paying attention? TaToH kills 2 of them. Are you kidding me?
Those were the 1 HP ones. Big
Wow.
shots there from Sitaux, but the winged Hussar coming in.
Dude.
And they should be able to clear up these bomber cannons. Oh, boy.
What a game. How did Sitaux push back and get that close? And then how did TaToH defend from it?
Sitaux walling
Unreal.
off the left side. Doesn't realize TaToH has a TC behind on the left. And
yep.
he also doesn't realize that TaToH has villagers inside on the right as he tries to wall that up, too.
Wow, that was
brutal.
sick, dude. That was just sick. TaToH with 44 Arbalest. He's got 11 Winged Hussar, and it's the Winged Hussar that's the problem now. Credit to Sitaux. A lot of people might think, okay, what's Sitaux been doing, man? He could have done this or that. Dude, he's been getting his eco up and running again. He's at 37 on food. He did farm towards the middle. He's been all over the stone and gold there, too. So Sitau's been playing like a maniac. It was just, in order to push into TaToH's base, he had to play with less economy, and it's caught up with him now.
Oh, Sitau's going to find the stables at the back.
Worst thing to see right
now. He saw the outpost from TaToH, and he's like, ooh, this is a little bit suspect.
I think you have to YOLO a castle down in your wood line right now. Like, you see it, you can't address it with army because you still have to pressure the front as you get some big shots there. Yeah, I think you genuinely just have to drop a castle at home and hope that that defends you.
Oh, this army at the front, dude. TaToH's got 48 Arbalests.
Siege Engineers now. TaToH also getting Blast Furnace, which will help those Winged Hussars. He doesn't have any of his unique techs yet, so he doesn't have the trample damage, but I think TaToH could get that soon.
Oh, Sitaux still doesn't realize. He sees it, but he doesn't realize the stables.
Oh, man.
At the back there.
I think TaToH is about to cement at 3rd spot.
Yep.
It's Sitaux just still, his population's too low. It doesn't seem like he has enough, and TaToH actually dove in really deep there. I assume to kill the cannons, and he does do that. Great work from TaToH and the raids, man. And there's the castle for Sitaux, but this whole series of events is still not going to help him push, and he's been behind, so he needs something that is more offensive. He does have 7 relics.
He knows. As soon as he failed to get that castle, I think he kind of suspected he might be out of luck here.
Yeah.
This game against Poles. And there's probably things he could have done better, but I mean, like, credit to TaToH for holding that. That's insane.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, all the way around. Like, I thought TaToH was so dead. It felt like no army, and he turned that into somehow expanding everywhere, and he has no TCs where his base originally started. Think of that. He's got TCs in the corners. That's so difficult to do. But yeah, Sitaux, I mean, I guess you need your own Hussars to really carry their own weight here. But
do you start making a tech switch if you're Sitaux? If this game goes on a little bit longer, do you think about maybe Cav Archers here? Or
definitely. Yeah. I think the main issue is all of your resources right now have to go towards Camel Hussar, because a tech switch to Cav Archers, you're already dead.
It just takes too long.
Yeah, it takes too long. Like, you could get the blacksmith upgrades, like maybe Fletching and Bodkin, because that helps your castles, but at the end of the day, spend everything that you can on the stables here in the middle. And I mean, it's not a bad fight, actually.
And those Hussar are going to be pretty dangerous against
And you can run through things on this patch.
It's so stupid.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Pardon me, excuse me. Coming through.
I mean, with that fight, Sitau's back in this game. And on the right side, he's still got vision. He's still got the castle. Now you can start to get those upgrades we talked about. Arbalest on open field. Good luck, dude. My word.
Just anything on an open field.
Anything
Where you're trying to run away and hit and run.
You can't block. Yeah, the units just slide right through each other. I think TaToH.
Before anyone asks, it's not intentional. It is a bug.
Yeah, so there are things you can do to the group up around, but the sliding through is a result of the patch that happened this week. With so it's just there's been a lot of examples since. And I think that saves TaToH. Now I still also think we have to credit Turk Hussars because Turk Hussars have so much Pierce armor, and TaToH just got the production, man. He's got plenty of stables. What a back and forth game here. I mean, TaToH could still win this game, right? TaToH's got the corners. The middle, he's got a castle now where he can take gold again. I think TaToH needs to maybe focus the left side. He's making winged hussars there now. There's an overchop, so he could hit TaToH on that side. He's also got bomber cannons in the right corner. Dude, this map is so much fun. I love this so much. And TaToH is sending his hussars to that corner, Dave, because he needs to address that. And now what does TaToH do? He runs directly to the middle, where a lot of this eco still is for TaToH.
Yep.
Great response. And TaToH, he will clear up the right side, and he's going to have to address the middle again. But he doesn't lose his castle on the right side, which is the most important thing for him. Just barely. Oh, he lost it.
Oh, he lost it, dude. That's terrible. That's awful. Oh, no.
Oh, and then hussars are on the left, so he's losing vills there too. And he's losing camels in the middle to some of the arbalest, and there's more winged hussars coming from TaToH. I still don't know if TaToH got this hussar text, but without it, man, the winged hussars are still super strong. And now TaToH has fallen down to 93 eco. He's got 6 on wood, 40 on food. The TaToH only has 48 on food, but he has banked up a lot more, and he hasn't had as much idle time. And it's crazy to me that TaToH's just now taking his main gold back. We're almost at the hour mark. TaToH's still got a lot of hussars. 33 hussars, 11 more in queue. He could clear up the middle again. But then I think TaToH's just going to switch to the side. Yep.
Yeah.
So good from TaToH. He's always been the best at this. Like he has designed strategies around taking someone's corner to force them to react, to then take the other corner, to force them to react, to then take the middle. I could think of so many different examples of him doing that over the years.
I mean, TaToH's just got to be looking at his villager count right now and just thinking, oh, God.
Yep.
Like, I'm down to 66 vills. You should be over 100 at this point in the game if you're spamming units. And even with 7 relics, that's not going to make up for it.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, he's low on gold even with 7 relics.
And TaToH still has plenty of gold to mine as well. But, I mean, yeah, he's going to deny a castle. But he's at 61 vills, which is not good. And TaToH will know how many villagers he's killed. I mean, not specifically, but he'll have a feel for this and know that that hurts him, but his population's still healthy. Also, random bomber cannon on the left from TaToH is kind of funny.
That thing's been working away, dude.
And TaToH says, GG, well played, good luck in finals.
Does he know how this works?
Is that TaToH saying, I just lost to someone who's going to the finals?
Ooh, he might be trying to gas up TaToH.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe, like, it's a little bit of coping, because he's like, fine, I got 3-0'd, but I got 3-0'd by someone who's going to go to the final. But, I mean, with the way TaToH's played, and the way many players have played, obviously you could maybe see TaToH make it to the final, but it was a good series, and the final series in this group, and in group stage, is going to be TaToH again, up against Barls. And like we've been saying, TaToH needs to win, Barls needs to win, otherwise they're out. Damn.
What? Okay, can you explain? There's a villager under TaToH's gate. Out from it. Where did she come from?
Well, thankfully, with Capture Age Pro, we can follow this and go backwards. Now I need to know.
Oh, I do too. Okay, so she came from.
She came from the TC?
Wait,
from TaToH?
Okay, she came from the TC on the left.
Yeah. And then she, like, I guess TaToH had a gather point set on the other side of the map. And then she couldn't leave a bunch of times and was about to get free when the GG was called.
Okay.
Also, it's very possible that TaToH just meant to say good luck in playoffs, because that's exactly where TaToH's going to go. It doesn't really matter. I was happy with the series. And I think it's an unfortunate result for Sitaux in many ways because it felt like every single game he could have won, but TaToH had a better economy, I think. That was the theme in each of the 3 games.
Yep. Man, Sitaux almost had that one, just like he almost had game 2.
Yeah.
Just like he almost had game 1. It's definitely a theme, though. Like Sitaux pushing, and then TaToH just withstanding the pressure.
Yeah, I think that's crazy from TaToH. So let's pull up the standings real quick. It's been a long day. We've done a lot of sets, and everyone just wants to see the final series of group stage so we can really talk about it all. But for Group D, does that confirm TaToH's place? That's what I want to make sure of, because there's maybe a world where someone could pass him yet. Let's see. TaToH goes up to... Well, TaToH goes up to 9. So I think if TaToH's gone up to 9, there's no way Sitaux or Barls could pass him.
No, there's no way.
Right?
No.
So TaToH is 100% third. So TaToH is correct, at least, if you meant to say playoffs. And then there's no way that Sitaux and Barls can tie each other because they're both at 5 wins right now, and you can't have an even split in this play all 3. So yeah, winner of this next series gets 4th place. Loser of this next series gets relegated, which is brutal.